everyone, Katie here with today's episode of What's Katie Reading? Today I am bringing out a book I read about 6 years ago called The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. If you are a Christian, you're going to love this book. If you're not, it talks a lot about God, but stay with me on this video because the thesis is really great. As a woman of faith, this definitely spoke to me, but everybody has dreams, and his message here is so powerful. I highly recommend this book. And so Bruce talks about what it's like to have a dream, and how he uses the term ordinary to describe his protagonist, that's literally his name. And ordinary is going to get out of the familiar and head into that wasteland where the building of the foundation of the dream happens. And he talks about what types of encounters that this ordinary person trying to do the extraordinary things will encounter along the way. And the first one he talks about are the border bullies. The people that jump up and tell you, no, you can't go there. You can't do that. Those are people that are not going to support you on that dream for various reasons, right? My mom was one of them, I think sometimes. It was just like, don't, I'm scared. I don't want bad things to happen to you. But when you step outside of that familiar and into the unknown, amazing things can happen. Along the way, he also not only talks about the border bullies that you're going to meet, but he also talks about the border buddies. You know, the people that are there to cheer you on and to really support you. And it's incredibly important as you're chasing a big dream to surround yourself with these buddies. And he also talks about the border busters, those people that help you push through to that dream and get rid of those self-limiting beliefs. Part of why I became a coach was because I wanted to help be that border buster for people and to help them get into that dream building place. So he offers up a couple things I wanted to share with you. One of them is, it's never too late to act on your dream. Amen. I thought at 33 I was nuts, but that was pretty young considering. So you can start anytime. It's never too late. He goes on to share some 3 insights that he believes that every God-given big dream will have. And the first one is, a big dream always seems overwhelming at first. I want to start a CrossFit gym. Do you know how to start a gym? Nope. Do you have a building? Nope. Do you have money? Nope. Pretty overwhelming. But it was very feasible. I like to work for a nonprofit. Do you have any experience? Nope. Do you know anything? Nope. Just moved here. Super overwhelming. But then he comes to number 2. Ultimately, a big dream is aimed at meeting a big need in the world. I could not agree with this more. When I think about the need that we were providing in the world for the CrossFit gym, community, ages 7 to 75, changing people's lives, helping them feel empowered, and then them in turn going out and empowering other people. The world needed that. Ultimately, big dreams are aimed at meeting a big need in the world, like a nonprofit that I worked for. When I think about the podcast and what's this big need the world needs here is to hear women's voices, to hear women's stories, women that normally wouldn't have a platform to share. And the third thing he talks about is, while you still have breath, it's never too late to act on your dream. I hope that if you're breathing right now while you're listening to this and you have a dream, you're like, yes, that's me. I'm still breathing. You can do this. A couple other things I'd like to share with you from this book that I thought were really well done. He talks about the alarmist who will say it's not safe. That was always my mom when I was moving to New York. The traditionalist, it's not the way we do it. Yes, bosses, I hear you. I like this bully, his uncle in this story, doesn't like change. The defeatist, it's not possible. Yeah, this bully in this story was the best friend who sees problems everywhere and is certain that that dream is not going to happen. And the antagonist, I won't let you. I love the analogies he uses through here because that's usually how I talk, but also because he's not wrong. You will encounter all of those different people along your journey, and it's so incredibly important that you are able to dismiss and keep moving, and you're able to continue to build those border buddies and those border busters that are going to help you pursue your dream. So the last thing I'd love to leave you with that he shares, so once ordinary steps into the unfamiliar and builds his dream, then it's time to move on. So he shares, let me show you more. And this part of the book, when I finished it, I'm not going to say I read this and was like, ooh, divorce, let's do this. But when I finished it, there were things that were happening in my life that were showing me that this dream has been fulfilled. My purpose here has been served. And now it's time to go to that next dream. I invited my ex-husband to come with me, and he said no. And as I'm sure the Christian woman that gave me this book would be a little upset. Well, it was a little upset that part of me pursuing another dream involved a divorce. But whatever that is, he's absolutely right. And I love how he phrases it. So I'm going to share with you here. Friend, there's so much more ahead of you for you too. I wonder how you will respond when that still, small voice comes to tell you it's time to leave familiar once again. I hope you reach for your new life with confidence. So many dreamers do not. Once they've accomplished a dream, they settle in and try to own it. But dreams don't work that way. They turn in on themselves and eventually become just another little empire of the self. But you were born for more. You were called to go after larger and larger dreams for God, and He will go with you. When I read this, I was like, I am destined for more. You're right. I remember telling someone that. I remember feeling that. And what's interesting about the words he chose here when he says own it, and he has like quotes around it. The last t-shirt I helped design when I was there was Q-Town CrossFit, and we had own it in the blue. And he's right. Your dream can become a piece of yourself. And it was so hard to walk away from that dream to pursue the next one. But I can tell you that the next one's even better. And the last thing he leaves us with is, so when you hear him say, come further, pick up your knapsack. Your horizon is full of promise. Another big dream is out there waiting for you. And if you don't pursue it, something important won't happen. Wow. That was really powerful for me. When I think back about, well, when I read this, I didn't know the powerful things that were going to happen, but I knew that they were. I trusted that. I had faith. I wrote this book to help you on your journey. My prayer is that you will help lead you toward miracle after miracle for His glory. Again, the God part. It's not for you. Let it go. I happen to think, JC had some cool stuff to say, and the Bible's great. JC had cool stuff to say in the Bible. That was great. Good book. Great thesis. Take your dreams and go out and do something with them.